on. If even if it's on the basic scale, you should have that understanding. There is no way, okay, for instance, a medical doctor, even in spite of the fact that he is a medical doctor, there is no way they are going to bring him to operate on a brain if he does not have the competence to be a brain surgeon. They are both in the same medical field, but your competence will open the door for you either on a higher level or either in an organization. So first and foremost, you must build your competence or your skill. Okay, your competence builds your credibility. It makes people understand that yes, this person can get this job done. Um, so many times that there are some things that I like watching, and it's the fact that this skit where they will say um they will show you like a dress, and they will show you tailor what my tailor decided, or is a creative interpretation of the dress that I wanted. I don't know how many have you ever noticed something like that?
What I ordered versus what I got.
What I ordered versus what I got. Yes. There are so many times that you feel that they will say, I can do it now. Is it not to join this thing together with that one, and you put it like that. And by the time you get the dress, you're wondering that was this person sleeping? Do you know how to sew in the first place? You get so competent, your competence builds your credibility. If you're employed for a particular job role, and then you get there and you're not able to do it, there is no reason why they should keep you there. Okay? So what are these competencies we are talking about? They are both technical and soft skill. Like I mentioned, technical skills. That is, you must have the technical skills, the experience, the training, the education to be able to get that job done. As an accountant, you must understand how to handle accounts, how to do credit and debit and accounts. You must have the technical know-how on how to get the job done. And I think most of the time, that is where most of us stop having the technical skill or competence to get this job done. Whereas there are other soft skills that are important in an organization, or for you to be a person of value. And some of those soft skills are like um, teamwork. For you to be able to work in a team is a skill that everybody must learn how to must have. The skill of adaptability. That is, you are flexible. It's not, yeah, because it's very funny. There is something happening in my organization right now, because we are trying to expand and get more clients in, and improve the profitability of the business. There's going to be like a Saturday thing that we'll have to start doing. And already there are some of my colleagues that are already frowning. No, this was not in my contract. This was not in the that. And sometimes I look at them and I kind of like, I know that everybody has life balance and all that, but in an organization, you should be flexible enough to move with the goal of the organization. If you are not flexible or adaptable enough to move with the times and the season of the organization that you are in, definitely that means that you are not even supposed to be there. That means when the organization moves to wherever they want to get to, it is it is it is not a it's a no-brainer. You are going to be left behind or kicked out, because you are not adapting to, because an organization or a business is not stagnant, is an like we call it, is an organization, is an organism. It has to grow. But if you are not growing, or you're not adaptable to the growth process of that organization, it's just like the body system. After some time, you are going to be excreted. Okay? So soft skills, adaptability, that is one of the skills that we should have if we want to be a person of value. I don't want to delve into all the soft skills, but I want us to, maybe this is like an assignment, just go back and look up all the soft skills that are instrumental or that are important, especially in your own personal industry. Okay. So soft skill, like I said, teamwork, um, adaptability. Who else can give me any of the other soft skills that you know or you've come across?
Um, Stakeholder engagement or people management?
People management, yes. People
Negotiation
management,
skills.
communication skills, conflict resolution. There are so much that we need to, imbibe. So, like I said, one of the formula to be able to become a person of value is competence, both technical and soft skill. So, when you are reading books on how to work your machine, or going through a training on how to become a better accountant, or you are trying to get a training on how to maybe become a surgeon, trying to increase your expertise, your technical expertise. Also gain training, or read books, or observe that there is some or just get yourself inclined or to what the soft skills that you require are, and what the soft skills that are required for you to become a person of value, or for you to become competent in your place of work. So that is one of the things that you need to take into consideration. Then the next formula that we looked at is that we are going to look at is character, your character. Like I said, competence opens the door for you, but it is only character that will sustain you. Only character will sustain you. Okay? Your character builds trust and reliability. All right. It's one thing to know how to do the job, but it's another thing for you to have a nasty character. Like they always say, you can always build knowledge, you can always gain knowledge and skill. That is something that you can always learn. But character is something that is personal to you, that you yourself have to imbibe or cultivate. Okay. What are these different characters that we have? Integrity, accountability, resilience under pressure, empathy, respect, humility, adaptability, self-discipline. This is not what the organization is going to do for you. This is not what school or education is going to do for you. This is a personal thing that you have to do by yourself. Okay? Integrity. What your yes is yes, your no is no. Don't say yes to this person and no to that person, and then you are using two people's head to knock each other in the office. And people just know that this person, we don't know whether she's telling the truth or not. If at the office, if you say good morning, will people go out of the window to say, oh, is it true? Is it morning or is night? You know, become a person of integrity. Become a person that is accountable. That is, they can count on you. When they know that, oh, they need to get this job done, they should be able to name you and say that, okay, is this person available? And they say, yes, okay, the job is done then. If this person is here, be that accountable, that they know that, no, this person is committed to this work. Resilience under pressure. Um, there is I don't know whether is a British thing or I don't know, but I've in my office I've seen people go off work for very flimsy reasons. And they will just come and say, ah, no, I can't walk. I can't walk. My mental state is not is affected. And you kind of, okay, what affected your mental state? And they are kind of like, I had I had a quarrel with my boyfriend yesterday. And you're looking at them like, really? You know, why? Does that have to affect your job? Or resilience under pressure? That is, maybe there is a deadline, and then you are kind of like, ah, no, they said my work is 9 to 5. My work is 9 to 5. We have a deadline that we have to cover. Don't fall under the buckle of the weight of the pressure at that particular time. Don't say, oh, because this workload is much. No, I can't get it. No. If you want to be a person of value wherever you are, have that resilience, grit. That is what I call it, grit. Be a bulldog. When you hold on to something, don't let it go until it is done. Okay? And one thing that I always preach is empathy. Please, we don't know what people are going through, especially in our workplaces. Let us learn to be people of empathy. Kindness is something that is will I say lacking in this generation. Kindness, empathy. Please let us be kind. Let them know wherever you go that no, this person has a listening ear, this person is a kind person, this person is has compassion. Let love, we are people of love. Let love radiate out of you. God is love, and you are his representative here on earth. So people should know you as a person of love, respect, humility. Let me just because I know that we are running out of time. So character will sustain you wherever you go. And there is something when I was studying on this thing, there was something that the Holy Spirit laid upon my heart. And it was that every other components of this formula, that is um competence and contribution, they are personal. They are something that you have to do or is just limited to you. But character is something that is transgenerational. What does that mean? That means that your character will not just affect you, but will affect the generations to come. Typical example, I heard a story from a friend of mine, and this happened to a very close friend of hers. They both went to the same university. And in the university, this guy was like, he came out with a first class. And by the time I was having a discussion with this, my friend, and that has been years after they left school, the guy hadn't gotten a job. And this was somebody in school that was like a high flyer, like first class. They thought that, ah, no, this person should be at the top. But from the time that they got out of school to that time that I was having discussion with that lady, they said the guy still didn't have a job. And that recently, during that was the time we're having a discussion, that there was a time that the guy, okay, that when the last time that she met the guy, that the guy was complaining and was saying that he has cut off from his family, he has changed his son name, and what was happening to the drastic, change of son name, cut off from your family and all that. And he said for years that he has been looking for a job, and then finally he got a job. He got an interview or a job opportunity, and he has done the first stage, done the second stage, and it was just the last stage, which was just supposed to be like a formality, meet the top executive of the company, just to formality's sake, because it's a done deal that, oh, you are supposed to, you have it up there, you've got it. And then he went for this supposed introduction meeting, and there were three top executive there just to, ask him some few questions and just and he said throughout the interview or the meeting, they were asking him questions and he was answering, and they were actually nodding their head saying, ah yes, no, we've got the right candidate. But he said that there was one particular woman, that there were two men and one woman, and then there was one particular that the woman among them throughout the meeting didn't say a single word. I was just looking at this guy, didn't say a single word. And finally, at the end of the whole meeting, when the other guys were saying, oh, congratulations, I think you are the first person, it was, you already have the job. And the lady just said, wait, 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 wait. I want to ask you a question. You said your son name is this. He said, yes. Okay. Are you related to so person? And the guy said, oh, yes, he's my father. And the woman said, never. If you are related to this man, you cannot get this job. Because he said that man was one of the worst person she has ever met. And so the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. So in spite of all your qualifications, in spite of all your expertise or your brains, no. Because the character of your father has hindered you from getting this job. So character is transgenerational. So let us understand that apart from having competence, character is very important. So I move on to the last part, which is contribution. Contribution. It is one thing to know the job. It is one thing to have good character, but it is another thing to be able to contribute to the organization or wherever you find yourself. Your contribution will build your influence. Being, like I said before, um, competence will open the door, character will sustain you, but it is only contribution that will promote you. Okay? So what is
Please,
contribution?
please, please say that again. I need to write down.
Competence will open the door. Character will sustain you. Contribution will promote you. So what is contribution? Solving problems beyond your job description. Solving problems beyond what you were employed for. What is contribution? Collaboration and mentorship. When you get into an organization, you are not an island. You should always endeavor to uh, reproduce yourself. What you know how to do, you should be able to pass it on to somebody else. Some people feel, oh, that will make my job threatened. But no, that means that you are bringing contribution to that organization. That means that when you are not at work, somebody else can do that. They might not do it as well as you have done it, but at least they can get it done. Positive influence, innovation, creativity. They said when you get into job, this is how they've been doing it. This particular app, when or this particular job role, or let me put it this way. Um, you are employed as a cook or as a caterer in a particular place, and they tell you, okay, this is how we cook jollof rice, and this is the time frame they cook it, and it takes like 45 minutes. But when you get there, your contribution should be, okay, this jollof rice, they cook it in 45 minutes. How can I take this same process and get even a better product or a better taste in 30 minutes. That is your contribution. You should go to every place with the mindset of, oh, how can I make it better? What can I do to make this process better? Okay? Be or if okay, like which sometimes I don't know about you, but sometimes I get very, very agitated about my um living room. I change it almost every time because I'm kind of okay. This was like this. If I put it this way, won't I have better space? Will it not have a better outlook? Things like that. That is, okay, for instance, it might not even be something so elaborate, is but it could be something so little. I remember when I got into where I was working right now, and I know that one of the reasons why um they didn't blink an eye when I said I needed sponsorship, they had to go and look for it. They didn't have sponsorship before. I'm not saying this because definitely is God. Is I'm not saying it's my own power, but the thing is, I went into that place and I understood that okay, this is the amount of things you should use per time. I just created that system that made everybody do things the way they are supposed to do it. Okay? And till now, that is still the system that they are using. Right now, sir, I'm already tweaking how they should do these things because I know that we do plans daily. I'm already thinking, why must we do these plans daily? Can't we do it weekly? Can't we do it monthly? And I keep pushing it to my manager that these things, no contribution, constant contribution constant contribution. It is only when you contribute that it promotes you. Like I said last week, during the awards that we went for, um, everybody was there to have a jolly good time, definitely. But I saw an opportunity to voice out what I think can be done that can bring, you know, more visibility, that can make the business grow. And I saw that this is an opportunity because that's something I've actually been brooding on because I heard that okay, let me give a background to it. There is where I work is like a day center, a community center for people with learning disabilities. And some of our clients go to a place where they call respite. We don't have that. We don't offer that service. Respite means that they leave their parents or their guidance and they go to a place more or less like an hotel. Let me use that word, like an hotel, maybe for a day or two, just or depending on how long, just to give their parents or their guidance some breathing, some time to themselves. So they'll sleep there, they take care of them, they provide food for them, and then for like 2 days, there is more or less like an hotel for people with learning disabilities. Let me put it's called respite. And I understood, and well, sometimes or most times, some of the parents come to us and they kind of they experience they don't like the respite because respite is not something that is readily available. Okay. There is like a waiting list for most organizations that have respite. There's waiting list for people to get on to be able to go into respite because it's not something that is everywhere. And so they come back, these parents come back to us and they kind of the experience that their children had at respite was not so great and this and that and blah and blah and blah and blah. And there was a day that my manager asked them that, okay, like how much do they pay for respite, per day? And they were kind of like, it's roughly between 700 to 900 pounds per day. And I was kind of, Makawai. We can do respite. Avi, we can't do respite. And my manager just, he just thought about it and just said, "Oh, really?" And the day he was having a discussion with me, that was how I got to know that between 700 and 900 pounds per day. Are you kidding me? And you are not thinking of we should create a respite? Ah, and it was kind of, oh, really? I never thought. I said, you never thought of that. We have, and we have, if we open respite today, I'm telling you, we have waiting lists. Like, because I'm confident of the capacity of what we have, of the people that, of the staffs we have, of the activities we have available. I know what we are capable of that. If we have respite, I'm sure that we will give this other respite a run for their money because we know what we are offering. And it was kind of, oh, okay, okay. Oh, all right. I understand. And then when I saw that it seems this guy is not taking this serious, when I went to the awards night and I saw the CEO of my organization and the COO, I went to Kolobida, I went to them to tell them that, Augusta, are you people not thinking of respite? You get what I'm saying? And they were kind of, oh, the CEO was kind of, okay, I understand. When I saw that the CEO too was not giving me the vibes that I wanted, I went to meet the COO. That's, sir, respite. This is 600 to 900 pounds every single day. We have the activities, we have the clients. It's just for us to get this ball running. And the CEO was kind of, really? Oh, let us discuss more and all that. Give me the numbers and all that. And I was kind of, this is the kind of person that I want to be talking with. You get? And then when I got back to my office, my manager called me and said, "You went to tell them about the respite." I said, "Yes, now." And he said, okay. If that is the case, if this thing happens, you'll be the one spearheading it too. Have I not created contribution for myself or value for myself? That's because I saw beyond what was there. So please always see beyond what was there. That is your contribution. Okay? Solve problems. Always look at what the problems there is. Not, don't just focus on your job description. To become a person of value, always search for problems. Become a uh, problem solver. Be discovering problems. Don't just discover problems, but bring solution. All right. So, like I said, contribution, competence, character, and contribution. If you have this formula and you continue with it and you do it every single time, you become a person of value. Even in TTC Birmingham, become a person of value. What is your competence? What competence can you bring into this house? Be a person of character. What contribution can you bring into TTC Birmingham? That will make you a person of value. Okay? Final takeaway. Value is intentional. It's not something that you stumble on. It is something you have to be intentional about. How can you create competence? How can you build on your character? How can you build on your contribution wherever you are? It is intentional. Competent training, go for training, reading, observation, be intentional about it. Your character, pick up characters, become a person whereby you say that, no, this is my value, this is my personal value, and I will stick by it, where even if it's convenient or not convenient. Contribution, like I said, be a problem solver. Look for trouble and solve it. Create lasting influence. Value creates lasting influence. All right, I think it is my time is up. Um, I will quickly. Okay. Well, strong competence. Let me just end here. Strong competence without character leads to mistrust. There is nobody that will trust you if you don't have character. Strong character without competence limits your effectiveness. You cannot be effective. You can just be a nice guy, but then if you can't get the job done, you cannot be effective. There's no reason why you'll be employed or you should be in that position. Contribution ties the other two together by turning your personal growth into organizational impact. All right. Oh, final takeaway. You can be invaluable. Sorry, I have to do this. You can be invaluable, but never indispensable. Don't ever forget that. You can be invaluable, but never indispensable. So remember, even in creating, becoming a person of value, never remember your health is important. Rest is important. If your health, no matter how competent, how nice, no matter how much contribution you put in an organization, if your health makes you, or because of your health, you are always absent, 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 you need to go to the doctors, it negates your value. And above all, God's grace and favor is our advantage. That is why this year is our year of El Eza. So, in your personal growth, trying to create value, never neglect your relationship with God. It is very, very important. Thank you very much. Well, if you need a value audit, I can always put this in the chat room. Thank